Hi guys, it's Hogan here. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to start a blog in 10 simple steps. So in this video, I'm not really going to be going through giving you tips on how to start a blog and sort of give you ideas on what niche to pick for your blog. It's mainly going to be a practical guide where I'm going to show you guys how to start and sort of build out your blog, right? So for example, I'll show you guys how to get your domain name, install WordPress, and sort of install a theme and customize that theme to anything that you guys want. So for example, I'll show you guys how to add in a logo, how to add in images, how to add in your blog post, how to add in your sidebar and customize the look of your blog. Okay, so what I've done is I've also created a resource page. So there's a link in the description and that's going to take you to this page over here, how to start a blog in 10 simple steps. So the first step to starting your blog is to get your domain name and hosting. So your domain name is just basically like your website name or your blogname.com, and hosting is basically like where you store your blogs files or your website files on the internet so that you can, create your blog and people can access your website and things like that. So for example, like your domain name is your address and your hosting is basically your land. So the land that we're going to actually create our blog on top of. Okay, then I'll show you guys how to install WordPress after that. So what we're going to do is scroll down and we're going to click on Get Discount Hosting. So if you do actually use that link and purchase through that link, then I'll get a small commission for that sale, and that basically just helps me to create free tutorials for you guys and give you guys a discount as well. So we're going to be using HostGator for this tutorial. Now obviously there are other hosting companies which you can use, but HostGator is really affordable and they've also got live chat support, which is great for beginners. So over here we've got 3 different plans. Now what I generally recommend is just choosing the hatchling plan because you can always upgrade later on. So click on Buy Now. And over here we're going to enter in your domain name. So basically this could be like your name or your blogname.com. For this specific tutorial, I'm just going to do like start a blog 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to click on the outside over here. Now sometimes if that's not available, you have to be a little bit more creative. And then once you have found it, then it will say primary domain and free over here. So we're going to scroll down, and for the domain privacy, I recommend it, but it's not necessary. And basically what that does is just hides your personal details from public view. And basically when you're starting like a new business or blog, a lot of marketing companies might want to contact you and offer you like services and stuff like that. So you might want to check that to avoid a lot of spam. So for the billing cycle, I recommend, choosing 12 months or more. That way you're going to lock in a bigger discount, but it's completely up to you. For this tutorial, I'm just going to choose 12 months. And over here, all you need to do is just put in like your email address and your password. And also here, enter in your billing information as well as your credit card details, or you can also pay via PayPal. So we're going to scroll down over here to the additional services. So what I recommend is just unchecking these because you can actually do this for free with some few plugins, and you can always upgrade to these later on as well. So we're going to scroll down to here. So for the coupon code, you can enter in bonus code, and that's going to give you the biggest discount. And also again, if you do use it, then I'll receive a small commission for that sale. And I really appreciate it as well because it helps support these videos. Okay, so over here, just click on your read and agreed, and then we're going to click on checkout now. So HostGator is just setting up our account, and we're just going to wait a few minutes. Okay, so over here, I'm just going to scroll down over here and click on skip. Okay, so over here we can click on get started, and that's basically going to install WordPress directly onto our website. Okay, so sometimes your hosting provider will actually automatically install it and you'll get a temporary domain name, right? So this over here is your temporary domain name, and you can click onto that and you can start building your website. So HostGator is sort of working on the back end to sort of connect your domain name with your hosting account. So they'll give you this temporary domain and you can start building and creating your website. Okay, so if you don't actually see that screen, then I'll show you guys how to do it the manual way. So what you need to do is basically just look for installing WordPress. So you can click on install WordPress over here, or you can navigate to Marketplace and then scroll down to one-click installs. So sometimes it does change, but the only thing that you need to look for is WordPress. So look for that, and here we're going to select our domain. Okay, for your directory, leave that empty, and that's really important. So click on next, And for your blog title, here you want to just name like your blog. So for example, Hogan's blog. So you can change this later on. And your username is what we're going to log into WordPress with. So set that in, put in your first name and last name, as well as your email that we can use for this account. Okay, here we're just going to check that and we're going to click on install. Okay, so that's complete now, so we can actually log into WordPress. So what you want to do is you want to copy this password, copy it to your clipboard and paste it somewhere on your computer, keep it safe, but I'll show you guys how to change the password later as well. So what you can do is they'll also send you the installation details, but we're going to click on login, and that's going to take us to the WordPress login page, okay, which is over here. So if you ever want to navigate to your login page, we can just delete the top over here, and it'll just be yourdomain.com, and then it's going to be wp-admin and enter. Okay, so what you want to do is probably just bookmark that onto your browser so that you can log in anytime. So paste that password in and then click on login. Alright, so congratulations, we've installed WordPress. So this is the back end of your website and where you control your whole entire blog. So there's quite a lot of things popping up. The first thing that you might see is to update your WordPress version. So if you do see an update, click on please update now. And we just need to update to the latest version so that your WordPress is all up to date and you've got the latest software. So we can scroll down. Okay, it does say you have the latest version and that's all cool. And if we go back to the dashboard section, now if you do see something like you need to upgrade your PHP version, we can go back over here and we can go to launch cPanel, and I'll show you guys how to change your PHP version to the latest version just in case you want to do that. Okay, so we can scroll down to over here. So we've got the multi PHP manager. So it's under software, click into that. And what you need to do is select here and then change it to PHP 7.4, which is 7.4, and then click on apply. Okay, and then you can just come here onto your blog and refresh your page and you should be good to go. So there's a lot of things popping up over here. What I generally like to do is click on screen options and just disable everything and just clear things up a little bit. Okay, let's clear this thing up as well. Right, and then we're going to click on plugins and we just want to deactivate all the sort of plugins they install by default onto our blog. So let's go over here, select all, and then we're going to deactivate it. Okay, so it just gets rid of all the clutter a little bit and it just makes things a little bit more simpler. Okay, so what we can do now is we can go to settings and click on permalinks. And what we want to do is we want to ensure that the post name is set. So basically what this does is if you create a post or if you create a page, then the title is going to be included in the URL. So normally it will be like this, like p = 123, and that's not good for search engines. You want it to be post name always. So let's click on save changes. And then if you want to change your password, you can go to users, all users, and click on edit. And then we can scroll down to the bottom and click on generate password. So what I'm going to do is generate a password that I remember, because the one that they gave me was a little bit too long and I can't remember that one. So update profile. And then that's just the basic settings. I'm going to add it onto my browser as well so I can keep that all saved. And let's go to visit our website. And this is what your blog looks like by default, right? So what we're going to do is step number 2, where we're going to install a theme. So we can go back to our website over here. So what we're going to do is click on download theme. So let's download that onto your computer, and then let's click on save. And then the file should look something like this, right? So if it automatically unzips into a folder, then what you need to do is you need to right click that folder and compress it back into the zip file. So let's go back over here and let's go back over here. And we're going to go to appearance and click on themes. So let's click on add new. And then we're going to click on upload themes, choose file. And then we're going to upload this theme over here. So themify-ultra.zip and open and then install now. So this is the theme that I use, and it's sort of like a multi-purpose theme. So you can literally create any type of blog that you want. So I personally use this for my own sort of website over here, and you can create anything. You can also add like a shop or anything like that as well. So once that is done, let's click on activate, and that's going to activate the sort of appearance, the new appearance for our blog. So let's click on close for skins and demos, and we can hover over here and visit our site. And then this is what our new sort of blog will look like. So step number 3 is to add in new pages and also create a new menu. So we're going to hover over here, and on the toolbar, we're going to scroll down to page and click on that. Let's click on close for that. So as you can see, we can't see the WordPress dashboard area. So over here on the top right, we can click on the 3 little dots, just click on that and click on full screen and deactivate it, right? So you can always activate it, but I personally like this one. And for the title, we're going to put in home. So to create our home page and publish. So I'm going to deselect always pre-published checks, right? Because I just want to click it once and publish it. So click on publish. Okay, so that page has been published. So over here, we can navigate to the plus again and click on page and then add a new page. We can also click on pages over here on the left, and this is where we can manage all the pages. So what I'm going to do is just delete all these ones that they're pre-created for us, right? Select all, and then let's just move that to trash. Okay, so I'm going to add in a few more pages. So add new, and you can create as many pages that you need. But it's going to be a little bit different from post, which I'll show you guys later. So about and publish. And once that is done, let's go and publish a new page. So this one can be our contact page. And then click on publish. Okay, so let's go back to our site over here on the front. And this is our new pages. So what we're going to do is go to customize. And then we're going to click on back over here. And then we're going to go to homepage settings, and we're going to set a static page. So this basically means that the homepage that we created is just going to be our domain URL. Okay, so just make sure to set that in over here and click on publish. And then let's close that for now. So I want to show you guys what I mean by that. So if we click on the homepage, it's going to be just our domain.com rather than domain.com and then /home. So make sure you set that in properly. So let's go back and we can customize the menu over here as well. Let's click on back and then click on menus and create a new menu. So we're going to set in just a main navigation menu. So main nav, and we want to select main navigation here and then click on next and then click on add items. And we're going to select the pages that we want to display in our new menu. So we're going to do the about page and the contact page, and depending on what pages you want to display, for example, if we have different categories later, you can add that in later, and you can also add in your different post later as well. Okay, so we can just close that for now and just leave that as is, and then click on publish. So if you just see like the 3 lines over here, and that's mainly because it's showing the mobile menu, and we can just zoom out of our screen a little bit, and that's going to show us the whole entire menu over here. Okay, let's click on close. So step number 4 is to customize your layouts. So I want to change the layout of how this blog looks. So I want to remove the title and the sidebar over here, and I want to show you guys how to change the header designs and things like that. So let's head back to our dashboard, and I'm just going to close this because we don't need this for now, and just close everything here. Let's go to Themify Ultra, Themify settings, and then let's click on default layouts. So here we can change the default post layout and also the page layouts. So generally I just open it in a new tab so I can see what we're doing, and let's click on default page layout. And for the page sidebar, we want to select no page sidebar and delete this. So let's go back and select no sidebar, hide the titles as well, and then we can just click on save. And then refresh our page. And then we're pretty much good to go, right? So for your header design, let's go back over here. Let's click on theme settings and let's click on theme appearance. And I'm going to change the header design over here to the first one called header block. And let's click on save and let's do a refresh. Okay, awesome. So if you want to sort of remove this tagline and things like that, you can also go back over here and you can sort of adjust the settings. So for example, I want to exclude the tagline. Let's select it and let's click on save, and that's going to disappear. Okay, so for your footer design, we can also change and edit that as well. So let's go back over here and we can change the footer here. So let's go back over here and then we can click on the first one, the footer block, and let's go and click on save. Let's do a refresh over here and that's good to go. Let's remove this one over here as well. So let's head back over here, scroll down to the very bottom, and click on footer text. And for the footer text too, let's hide that and save. And then let's refresh our page. And then that's looking awesome. So possibly I do want to remove this one as well. So let's go back and do one last thing because I want to make things perfect. Let's exclude this site logo for the footer and let's hit on save. Step number 5. So I'm going to show you guys how to add in a blog post. Sort of similar to this where you have your title and you have text and you've also got images. So let's head back over here and to add in a post, hover over new and click on post instead of pages. So click on post. And here we're going to add in a blog title. So for example, it could be like how to add a blog post, all right? And then I'm just going to click on publish, right? And that's going to publish the blog post onto our website. So I do want to show you guys how to add in the categories as well. So on the right here, we can click on categories and then click on add new category. So let's just say, for example, this is like in the travel. So we just put in travel. I might just put in capital T over there and add new. And then I'm going to deselect the uncategorized and scroll down to tags. So whatever you're talking about within the blog post, let's say, for example, it's a travel blog about Bali, and then we can click on comma, and then we're going to do maybe luxury resort. All right, so this is to help the search engines find you and things like that. So just add that in for now. And for the featured image, we can click on that and set a featured image. So click on that. So click on select files, and we're going to click on this folder here. And I've already prepared some images and I might leave it on my resource page so you can download and follow along. So I'm just going to open that and upload all my images onto WordPress. And then I'm just going to select this image over here, post number 1, and click on set featured image. And then we can just update that post. So over here, we can click on view post. Now, sometimes that disappears. So what you can do is you can click on permalink over here and you'll see the URL that you can click on. So you can click on that to view the post to see what it looks like currently. And don't worry, I'll show you guys how to customize how it looks later. So this is our blog post. So what we can do is add in some text. So we can just click on turn on builder on the top or over here. And I'll show you guys how to add in the text, some images and a video. So here on the left is in modules and you can click it and drag it and just click it onto the side. Then we can scroll up over here. And if you hover over here, you'll see that you've got the row where we can drop into the modules. So let's grab the text module and just drop it into the row like that. And over here, we can just put in text. So for example, I'm just going to go to Lorem Ipsum, so lipsum.com, and generate some dummy text. So let's just say, for example, let's copy that onto our clipboard and come back and paste that in over there. And then we've got text. Right, so if you want to add, let's say, a heading, then what we could do is click on done. We could drop in like another text module and let's do a heading. So let's grab some more text over here, maybe this one, copy that onto our clipboard, paste that in, and I want to set this to heading 2. So on each page, you should always have only one heading 1, and generally this will be your heading 1 font, and then the rest can be like heading 2 or 3. So that's heading 2. Right, and then we can click on done. Let's say you want to add an image. We just look for image, drop it below, and then we find the image that we want to upload. Let's say, for example, this one over here, and insert, and then we've got our image. So we can click on done, and if you want to add like a video, a YouTube video, we can also drop in a video module over here and just drop it below. And we can go to YouTube. If you do want to upload videos, upload it to YouTube first, and then what you can do is just copy the link directly from the top. Oops, pause that video, copy that, and then come back over here. And then what we could do is just paste in that video, and that's going to change, right? So we can also zoom out the page a little bit or the post, and we can move things around, like drag it and drop it like that. And we can also zoom back in a little bit. And let's say you want to add some padding, we can also hover over here. You'll see the blue. We just drag it and add maybe some spacing, okay, which is called padding, 20 pixels, and I think that's fine. And that's looking pretty good, right? So if you want to link it to like another page somewhere on your website, so we're going to click into the module. let's say we want to link this text over here. Okay, so select the text and click on the insert link button, click on that and just paste in the URL there. So let's say, for example, you have an affiliate link or you want to link to another page or another blog page, we can just copy over that link. So let's say we want to link it to here, just copy the URL, come back over here and just paste that in. And then we can also click on link options. And if you've actually created like a lot of blog posts, then you can actually find it over here as well, just by searching over here. So I'm going to open it in a new tab and update. Right, so that's going to add a link within our blog post. So you can add as many links as you need. We're going to click on done and that should be good to go. So I'm going to click on save and I'm going to add in just 2 more blog posts and then I'll show you guys how to display your blog post anywhere on your website. Let's close that. So we can go and add posts over here, but you can go back to your dashboard and this way we can also manage all our posts over here. So click on that. And here we've got the default hello world post. By default, WordPress installs it for us. We just want to trash that because we don't need it. And we can go ahead and click on add new. And I'm just going to add in 2 more blog posts and then I'll come back. So step number 6 is how to display your post on your homepage. So I've added in all my blog posts. Let's say we go back to and visit our website over here. Now you can't see our blog post, right? Because we haven't set it to display. So let's click on turn on builder. So once we turn on the builder, then we can hover over here and we can look for post. So let's look for post over here and we can drag it and drop it into here. So drag it and drop it and that's going to display your blog post, right? So let's say if you want to have a sidebar on the right hand side or on the left hand side, doesn't really matter. We can hover over here, the gear icon, and we can set the columns to something like this. So on the left here, we've got the main sort of body section where we display the blog post. On the right, we're going to add in our sidebar. So we can click into this module again and we can change the layout of the blog. So it could be like that, or it could be like this. You can arrange it to anything that you guys like or something like that. Okay, so let's go back and just change it to the default one, which is completely fine and looks pretty good. So the other thing I want to do is we're going to scroll down and maybe you want to hide certain things. So let's say, for example, you want to hide the summary over here. That is the display and we can change it to none like that. And that's going to hide the text and things like that. So I'm going to display excerpt, just a little bit of that. And the thing I want to remove is maybe the post meta. So the post meta is maybe this one over here. Let's click on that and that's going to hide it. All right. So I'm also going to align everything into the middle. So what we could do is click on the sort of brush icon or the paintbrush icon, styling, font, and we're going to align the text to the middle like that. So that looks a lot better now. And here, let's display our sidebar. So let's click on done. And to display your sidebar, we can click on widgetized over here and click it and drag it and move it over here and drop it. Okay, so for the widgetized area, I'm going to select sidebar over here. And this is your sidebar section. All right, so that's looking pretty good. Let's zoom out of our screen a little bit so we can see how that looks. Okay, so step number 7 is how to customize the sidebar section. So if you see on most blogs, you've probably got like a featured image over here, maybe a little bit about text, and maybe you've got categories and also a subscribe to email or anything like that. So how to customize it's really, really simple. So we can hover over here and we can click on widgets, right? So let's click over there. Let's zoom into our screen a little bit. And here is your sidebar section. So what I'm going to do is just open it in a new tab again. And here is your sidebar widget section. So we're going to remove certain things because it's just, we don't need it. Like for example, this thing over here, we don't need that. We don't need this thing over here. We don't really need that either. So let's go back and we can just remove it. So let's say, for example, the meta, we just delete it. Categories, we can leave. Archives, let's delete that. Recent comments, we're going to delete. And recent posts, that depends on you. So you can just save it if you need to. I just keep it nice and simple. And what we're going to do is let's drag in, let's say, an image. So where is the image? Over here. So the widget, drag it and drop it into here. And add an image. Let's click on this one over here and then add to widget. So something like that. So I might click on edit image and I'm going to set it to this one maybe. So a little bit higher quality, right? And then update. And then you can also link it to something, which I'll show you a little bit later. So let's click on save and done. So now we're going to add in maybe a text module. So this one over here. So let's drag it below that widget and we can do like about me, and then we can paste some text in here. So I'm going to grab some dummy text. So get me, yep, just that, and copy that to clipboard. Let's come back over here and let's paste that in. So let's click on save and then click on done. So let's refresh our page. And that's just the basics of it, right? So that's the really basics of it. Now the next step is I'll show you guys how to add like a little banner. So for example, you might have a little banner like this, like how to start a blog, or you've got different advertisements. Maybe you're linking to affiliate marketing sort of product, like Amazon affiliate product and things like that. So let's go back over here, and what we're going to do is we can just drag in another image module. So let's grab the image over here and drag it below there. Okay, and then add image. So I just created this banner on canva.com. So I'll also leave a link in the description or on that resource page, sort of show you guys how to create a logo and a favicon. So Canva, you can literally create anything for your blog. Really useful tool. So set that in and add to widget, and then you've got your banner. Okay, so this banner could be for anything. You can just create your banner and then you can link it. So I logged into my Amazon Associates. So let's just say, for example, we click on business and money, and we want to link it to that product. So we just select it, and let's say, for example, Atomic Habits, we can click on get link, and that's going to generate an affiliate link. And basically, if someone purchases through that link, then you get a commission for that sale. So we can just click on like text only, and then what we could do is we can click on the short link and just copy that link over here and come back over here, and we're going to paste it into here and then click on save, right? So we can click on done, and then that is your affiliate link, right? So that can be the same for any affiliate link that you want to add. And then let's come back over here and refresh, and then you've got your banner. Okay, so I'll show you guys how to add in an email opt-in really quickly as well. So if you guys want to add in an email opt-in to collect emails, and then you can send out newsletters and things like that, then what I recommend is probably signing up with MailChimp for free. And then you can just log into your account, and then what you need to do is we can click over here, click on profile, and we just need to get the API to sort of connect your website together. So we can click on extras, I believe, and API key, and then we just copy that API. So let's just grab that link and copy that. Let's come back over here and let's go back to dashboard, and we need to add it to our website. So Themify Ultra, Themify settings, and then let's go to the integration API. So click on opt-in, and obviously you can sort of connect it with other things as well, like ConvertKit or GetResponse. Let's click on that and let's just paste that in. So that's connected, and let's click on save. So let's go back onto our site over here, and let's turn on our builder, and let's look for the opt-in form over here. And let's say we want to add it onto the side over here. We can just grab it and just sort of drag it and put it under there. Okay, and that's your opt-in form. So over here, it will automatically connect to the MailChimp and also the list. And then you can also select, how it looks and customize it, right? So I'm going to make like a separate tutorial on this to show you guys how to, sort of style it properly. Generally, I just, click it like that, and then you can go to styling over here, and then you can change the style, like the background and the buttons and things like that. So I didn't want to make this video too long because that's going to take like 5-10 minutes to sort of style it. I'm just going to delete this for now, but that's just the basics of it. So step number 8 is to add in your logo and your favicon, which is the little icon that you see over here. So right now we've got like a little cartoon alligator because that's HostGator. Here we've got like a little $sign. Here we've got L. YouTube's got this YouTube one. So to add a logo, let's click on customize over here. And then let's click on site logo and click on site logo. And here, if you don't have a logo yet, then just put in the site title. We can click on logo image and click on plus. And then we're going to upload this logo over here, right? So make sure it's a PNG file. So like I said before, I've also, going to put the video over here as well, so you can click into it and learn how to create your own logo. Let's go and insert image, and let's resize that a little bit because that's too big. So let's do like 256 like that, which is fine. And let's click on publish. So that's how you add a logo. And if we see, we scroll down, you'll see that there are header like sticky on the top like that. So that is your sticky header. So if you want to sort of customize that, we can click on sticky header over here, right? So sometimes you might not see it. You might need to click on advanced options. Click on the sticky header logo, add that logo in again. And then we're going to change that size to just a little bit smaller. So half that size. So 128 like that. Okay, so it's going to be smaller. So let's click on publish. The other thing which is really important is the site tagline. So click on site tagline, and you want to change the tagline, which is basically like the title of your website. So for example, if we go to this blog over here and let's click on the homepage. So if we hover on the tab over here, then you'll see the title of the blog, which is Making Sense of Sense, and then a personal finance blog. So that's your tagline. Let's go back over here, and let's just say this one is like a travel, lifestyle. Oops, let's go back over here. Lifestyle and food blog, something like that. All right. So let's click on publish, and then that's pretty good, right? So let's close it. And then let's say if we hover on our tab over here, then we should see it. Okay, so let's go change the favicon. So let's go back to dashboard. And let's click on themify settings. So favicon, click on that and click on upload. And then we're going to choose this one over here, like this. And then we're going to open. So for example, if it doesn't work, then what you can do, let's click on save first, is go to media. And this is if it doesn't work, because sometimes it doesn't work for some reason. I don't know why, but we can just upload the favicon over here and then copy that URL, right? Click on that, come back to the themify settings and just paste it in manually and then save, right? So you can see the little plane there. That's your little favicon, and that's looking pretty good. So make sure that's like a PNG file if you want it to be like that. Okay, so I'm really excited about this part because I think this part is the fun part of the tutorial where we get to customize and change the fonts and style of our website. So the first thing that we can do is we can go to like another website that we like, and we can download a Chrome extension called WhatFont, and you can actually hover over like their fonts to see what font they're using. So you can find out exactly what fonts they're using and just apply it onto your own website so that you can get a similar style. So let's head back over here on our own blog, and we need to turn on the customize section over here. And then what we can do is we can click on the advanced tab if you want to show more options. Sometimes you do need to click on that if you want to change more things on your website. So let's say, for example, we want to change the body. So click on body font. And right now my favorite font is Montserrat, and we're going to select that, and that's going to change the style of the body of your website. Okay, so let's change the font weight to normal because that's a little bit too thin, and let's change the size to 14. So I want to make it a little bit more modern, and I think making it smaller does do that. So we can do that, and then we can minimize it. Now we want to change the body link color. So right now I think it's like a red, so let's change that. So click on that, and let's change it to maybe like a pink, maybe like a darker sort of pink, something like that. Okay. You can change it to any color that you like, but don't try to change it to too many different colors. Try to keep it all sort of the same style. So like maybe choose like a main color and then like an accent color, and then just use 2 colors on your website. So for example, I've got a little bit of pink there, and then I've got pink links over here, and then I've got that color over here as well. So that's really cool. And you can also change the body link hover as well if you need to. Right now it's just the default with the underline. So let's minimize that. So the next thing I want to change is maybe the blog titles. So we can go to the post and post title, and let's just change this one to Playfair display like that, which I think is pretty cool. Makes it nice and elegant, and you can also edit it as well, but I'm not going to go too much detail into that. Let's scroll down and let's see what else we need to change. So let's click into the blog post, this one over here, And what I generally like to do is actually change the sort of heading 1 fonts as well, like heading 1 and heading 2 fonts. So for example, whenever you add like a heading font, then it's going to keep that same style. So let's minimize that and let's go to headings. And this is a heading 2. So we can actually just right click it and let's click on inspect. And you'll see the heading 2 tag. So H2, H2, right? And let's go back over here. Let's click on heading 2 and let's just change it to the same style. So we keep the sort of headings the same style, similar to this over here. And you can edit it however you like as well. Maybe reduce the size a little bit or whatever you need to do. So let's click on publish and let's head back to our homepage. And there's something that I want to show you guys, which I think some of you might want to do. So let's go to the sort of page width. So we can do that by going to layout, and we can't see it over there. So we can click on more options. So we can go to layout containers over here and click onto that, and let's click on page width. And let's change the width of that to maybe 950. Oops, 950. And that just makes it a little bit skinnier. Okay, so it brings it in a little bit and it makes it a little bit more sort of minimal feeling. So if we change it to like, you know, like let's say like 850, then it might be a little bit too much. So let's just keep it 950. I personally think that's pretty decent. And then click on publish. And then let's close that. So step number 10 is to actually add plugins to your website. So we can click on plugins over here. And plugins are sort of like applications that add extra functionality for your website. So for example, like on your phone, iPhone, you've got different apps like dating apps, social media apps, productivity apps. The plugins are exactly the same thing. And we can click on add new over here. And there are thousands of different plugins made by different developers, which you can add for extra functionality. So let's click over here and let's add an Instagram feed. So let's search for that, Instagram, and then click on enter. Okay, so we're going to just download this one by Smashballoon. So this one's got over 1 million installs, and there are obviously other ones that you can add as well, but I find this one to be the best. Let's click on install and then activate the plugin. And then once that is activated, on the left over here, we can click on Instagram. And then what we need to do is basically just connect it to your Instagram account. So just click on connect and connect it up. So just log into your Instagram and let's just continue and just connect the Instagram with the plugin. Okay, connect that one. And then once that is successfully connected, then what we need to do is we can change the display settings. Let's just save the changes first. And then we can click on the customize tab on the top. And then here you can customize how you sort of want to display your feed. So we can limit the number of photos to, let's say, 8 photos. And we can change the columns. You can also change the spacing around the images, which is the padding, to none if you want to. Let's just keep it as default. Scrolling down, and I'm going to disable the header section. We're going to scroll down over here, and for the load more, we can also change the color and things like that. So for example, something like that, and then let's just leave that as is. Let's click on save changes, and you can also go back down over here. We can also change and edit the follow button as well. So let's just change that to the black one, and then let's scroll down. And then we can also edit some of the settings. Let's just leave that as is and click on save. And then click on this tab to display your feed. And then all we need to do is just copy that to our clipboard, which is the shortcode. And you can also edit the number of columns and things like that here if you want to sort of display multiple feeds on your website. So let's go back and visit site. And let's turn on our builder. And then to display the shortcode, all we need to do is to add in a text module. So it's really simple to do. So let's say, for example, we want to drop it below here, or let's say if you want to create a new row, we can add a new row, and let's drag in a text module, drop it into there, just like that. And we can just paste in that shortcode and click on done. So normally that's how plugins work. You add a plugin and then you just add in a shortcode anywhere on your website like that. So if we click on save and we close it, then it's going to display our Instagram feed. So let's scroll down like that, and that's pretty cool, right? So if you want to display like your social media on your website, so let's quickly show you guys how to do that. Click on dashboard, and then let's hover over here, click on themify settings. Let's go down to social links over here, click onto that, and here we just need to paste in our URL. So just grab your Instagram profile URL and all your sort of social media URLs, and let's just paste it into there, paste into there, paste into there. So obviously just put in your profile URL. I'm just showing you guys an example. Click on add link. And if you guys want to add like Instagram, because it's not here, we just add that in like that, insert icon. And then all we need to do is click on font awesome. Let's search for Instagram. So you got different brand icons as well, which you can add in, and we can click on save. Okay, so that's added into Themify. Now, if you guys want to display it, we can go to widgets by clicking over here, or we can hover over here and click on widgets. So what we need to do is to find the Themify social widget, which is over here. Click it and just drag it and bring it up to the footer social widget section and drop it in. And then let's select open link in a new tab. Okay, and select. Then we can go back and visit our website. And then scrolling down, you've got your social media links down here, right? So if you want to add it like anywhere on your website, you can add it to your widget section. You can also just use the widget module like this and just drag it below there. And we can select the widget, which is like the Themify social widget. So like that one. And then we can do the same thing and let's click on done. So then you got social widgets over there. And you can also click on styling and sort of align it into the center like that as well. So it's extremely customizable. Let's click on close. The final thing I want to show you guys is how to make sure that your website shows secure. So on the top here it says not secure, and that's not good. Like over here on most websites, it's got the lock icon, right? So we need to hover back over here. Let's click on dashboard. And for this, we're going to use another plugin. So click on plugins. Let's go to add new. And then let's search for a plugin called Really Simple, SSL, and hit on enter. And then this one over here, let's click on install and then click on activate. Okay, so what it's going to do now is basically going to log you out once you click on this button over here. So sometimes you might see an error, and that is because the SSL certificate is not added onto your website yet. So what you need to do is go to your web host and contact the live chat support and ask them to add in the Let's Encrypt SSL onto your domain. So once you actually do that, then we can easily just click on go ahead and activate. And we're going to log back in again. And then let's click on login. And that's going to show the lock icon over here now. And let's visit our site to see if like the homepage has got the lock icon. If it doesn't show the lock icon, all you need to do is turn on the builder again and just click on save or edit something, and then just close the builder, and then it should show up. So step number 11 is to log out. So basically we finished this video. For those of you who do want to watch additional videos where I show you guys how to customize it more and add more things onto your blog, I'll leave it in the sort of resource page. So the videos will be on the bottom, right? So you can check those out. I didn't want to make it too long because a lot of people don't like long videos. So that I've just broken it down into smaller type of videos. So the only thing that I do want to ask you guys is like, what type of struggles are you having with your blog? Like, is it to make money, or is it to customize it more, or what else do you want to learn? So leave it in the description below so then I can get a better idea of it. I can't guarantee that I can create all the videos, but like at least it gives me some idea, and then I could create more videos on that topic. Okay, so my name is Hogan, and thank you guys for following this video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and see you guys in the next video.